get highlighted here, all capability starts with knowledge. And you know, and I mean, a lot of you will say, but Charlie, you've been preaching about this every time. All right, now we're going to start the series, and the crew resource management that we need to do, we're going to do that in a series over the year. But I wanted to start with this and just watch here what William Shakespeare had to say. Now remember, that was during his Julius Caesar scene 1, and that was in 1599. He said the following: "Oh, that a man might know the end of his day's business. Here it comes." How wonderful would that be, that we know the problems that is heading our way? And then he says, but it sufficeth that the day will end, and then the end is known. All right, this is quite a serious story if you actually think about it, because hindsight is a perfect science. All right, and what we are trying to do through the safety initiatives, specifically the SEAMS safety initiative, is that I would like us to start thinking, really, what is it that we're doing, why we're doing that, and how are we going to take it, you know, into the future. So just a couple of things here that I said to perceive the truth. Let me get hold there of a highlighter. Well, the truth of factuality, and these are definitions, and you can see there. They say to be certain of. That's also part of the definition. I know what is right and therefore what is wrong. Now, they give those in good words, but I just wanted to say is that, remember, we need a guideline, we need a reference, we need something from which we work. Everybody can't just decide what you're going to do. We'll get hurt in the process, and that is the discipline of flying, and that is what we're preaching, if you wish. All right, and okay, he knew the possible results of an accident. Oh my good, of an action. And that is what we call the cause and effect. And it's the cause and effect part that I'm very interested in. All right, and then the last one I just said is to know through experience. All right, if we look at the next one, level of knowing, let's go there. Not to know, okay, and I've said this many times before, but I'm going to say it again. The lowest form of knowing is not to know even what you do not know. And there we've got it now. All right. And then the second one, I know what I do not know. And that's the important one. If you know that you haven't got a night rating, don't dabble in the night until you are in the know, until you've been trained. I haven't got an IF rating. And guys, girls, I know. How many people do I talk about? Yeah, you know, the aircraft's autopilot takes us through the scud running, and it takes us through the clouds. And, you know, it's over, Charlie, don't make too big an issue of that. These things work. You know, but when you do the research on the accidents and you see how many people actually are losing their lives, and this we don't know. All that I'm trying to preach here is, if you know, then the discipline is obviously to maintain the knowledge and to actually apply it. Okay, and to get to know what I previously did not know. So, from not knowing what you do not know to get to know what you know, and then, if you know, I don't know that, make an effort. Go and find out. Let somebody teach you. And I always say, you know, go for the best teacher. Not me. Not necessarily the guy next door, but you know the best teachers, and this is what we definitely have to look out for. The application of knowledge, simply put it, let me get a red pen for a change there, to know, and how to apply. In other words, it's both of those. Sometimes we know, but we forget to apply. Or we know, and we elect not to apply. And this is the one which is the problem, and that's obviously a no-no. It's, you know, that is like, look at what it says here on the basic principle. Let me get it bigger on the screen. They say, basic principle, real learning has not occurred until a student shows that he or she can use or apply the knowledge. So that's something that we really should know. Okay, to get to know through experience, and then the next one, to get to know through historical events and to know through science. So let's just look at the next one. Okay, that was a little bit of a wrong knob there. Let's see if I can get this one right. To know through. Just for the guys out there who wants to know, and a lot of people ask me, okay, yeah, what is truth, and where do we keep the truth? And when I ask the question, but I found that Aristotle, when he gave us the three, he called it the three basic truths. And just look at this. To me, this is really important. He says the truth is contained in, first of all, into facts, and the facts to discover, and proven facts of science and history. This is where the facts are kept. It is stuff that's already discovered, stuff that we've already got. Okay, and that we see. That's experience, that's history, that is the past. Okay, the next one, he says, is a principle. And he says, we live according to principles in order and in an ordered and predictable society. Well, unfortunately, I don't agree with all the laws, but you see, if I abide by the laws, the chances that I'm going to be locked up or get hurt is better than not. So it stays your choice. And then the third truth, he said, is a condition. And what is the condition? These are presets, requirements, and a functional society is mostly governed by laws. And that is for the functioning of the society. And you'll say to me, but what society? Where I'm talking about the flying fraternity, the flying... that's what it's all about. I cannot think on something that I would rather do than be flying. And I know that someday in the future, this is going to run out. But I'm going to give it one hell of a go until that day. And I'm trying to make that time longer. So I've learned through the years, yes, I've made many mistakes, and a lot of people say to me, but you know, you've got all the wrong T-shirts. Yes, I do. I understand that. But you know, sometimes you see the light, and the light is quite simple. And the older people sitting around you, they know that if we look after our bodies, if we look after our minds, if we look after our spirits, then at least we've got a better chance. All right, and then discipline, just diligently, just lead the, okay, there we go. We say discipline, diligently apply the norm, standards, and values. And I will preach that until the day I fall over, is that we must stick to that. Because if we stick to that, we won't get into trouble. If I do not steal diamonds, they cannot lock me up for diamond stealing. Well, hopefully not. Okay. To accept that all SOPs, rules and regulations, and look at that. This is to accept that all SOPs, rules and regulations, guidelines, policies, this is the kind of stuff, are considered the truth, the truth, the truth. That is obviously until it's proven otherwise. And test flying is there to prove stuff, either in concept and then to take it further. You don't have to be a test pilot. Yeah, don't be a test pilot, okay? I'm not a test pilot. Yes, I do a little bit of testing when the aircraft comes out of the servicing and stuff like that. Your grade 1 test pilot are the guys that's got it rigged up. Yes, I had a lot to do with that, but I'm not a qualified test pilot. Grade 2, yeah, the Mickey Mouse stuff, but not the real stuff. So don't go and see, can my aircraft, your aircraft can roll, your aircraft can loop. I promise you. But it's not to say that it's good for the aircraft, and neither probably for you. So I think we should be very careful when we dub with this. The old thing here is to know the truth and to apply the truth. That is exactly what we want. Know the truth and apply the truth.